Hello. So in this video, we are going to discuss about linear equation. Basically, it's graphical representation. We are going to deal with the slope and y-intercept of a equation of line. So first of all, if we take a line, say x plus y is equals to 2, what is its slope and y-intercept? So we'll represent this line on a graph roughly. We'll just take 2 points. You can take the value of y as 0, so you'll get a point for x. If you take y as 0, a point that satisfies this line will be 2, comma 0. If you take x as 0, you'll get 0, comma 2. Now, these are the 2 points that satisfy this line. We can plot the line with the help of these points. This is 2, comma 0. This is 0, comma 2. So, this is our line on a graph. Now, for this line, the slope is basically how it's rising or falling. One method of finding the slope is through trigonometry. We always take the angle as this towards the positive direction of x-axis, and slope is equal to tan theta. This is one way of finding the slope. So in this case, these both are equal. This is also 2. This is also 2. This is 90. It will make an isosceles triangle. These both will be 45 and 45. So this angle is 45 degree. The remaining will be 180 minus 45. That is 135 degree. So here we can find the slope. Slope is equals to tan 135. That is minus 1. And y-intercept is basically the part of y-axis it's cutting. Like this length is the y-intercept. In this case, y-intercept is 2. One way is to graphically solve it, but this is very time consuming. An easier form to solve this is through slope-intercept form. We can represent this line in slope-intercept form and then find the value. Slope-intercept form is y is equals to mx plus c. Here c represents our y-intercept and m is the slope. So this is a general form of equation. We can form any equation in this form. Like here we have x plus y equals to 2. We want y to remain on one side and everything else on the other side. We want only positive y. So y will be minus x plus 2. Here the slope is basically the coefficient of x, that is minus 1. So slope for this line is minus 1. And the constant term is y-intercept. So y-intercept is equal to 2. That's how we can find the equation of line. We'll try one more question of this type. Say your equation of line is 2x minus 3y equals to 4. If you have to find the slope and y-intercept for this equation, then how we can solve it? So, first of all, we want y, positive y on one side. So, we'll make this on the other side 2x. This is positive 4. This would be negative 4 is equals to 3y. So, by this we can find only y. We want y, so we'll divide this 3 on the other side. It's multiplying here, so it's divided on the other side. So y will be equal to 2 upon 3x minus 4 upon 3. Now, y-intercept and slope is simple. The coefficient of x now is the slope. So slope is equal to 2 by 3. And the constant term is the y-intercept. So y-intercept is minus 4 by 3. That's how we can find the slope and y-intercept. Now, there's another method of finding slope. Like here we have an equation, we can find the slope with the help of that equation. But if we don't have equation, we just have 2 points, then how we can find the slope? So if we have 2 points, x1 comma y1 and x2 comma y. So we can find the slope of this line with the help of this formula. Slope equals to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. This is a simple formula to find the slope of the equation of line. Say we have 2 points, 2, 1 and minus 1, 3. And you want to find the slope of a line that is made by joining these 2 points. So for that, we can use this formula. Slope will be equal to y2 minus y1. It's your choice which number you want to take, x1, and which you want to take, x2. But it should be continuous. Like if I decide this is going to be x2, then this will be y2. And then this will have to be x1 and y1. We can't jumble this. So y2, 3 minus y1, that is 1, divided by x2 minus 1 minus x1, that is 2. So this is going to give us 2 upon minus 3. So the slope of this equation is minus 2 by 3. Now we can use the same formula to find the equation of line also. Say you have to find the graphical linear equation for any 2 given points. You have to find the equation that is formed by joining those 2 points. So for that, we can use the same formula. We'll just add variables. So the representation will be y minus y1, any particular point that's passing through the line, equals to m x minus x1. We get this from the same formula. We are just using x and y instead of the points. So for this, we need 1 point and the slope. Say we have 2, 1 as a point that passes through the line, and the slope of this line is minus 1. So with the help of this, we can find the equation of line. Y minus 1 will be equal to minus 1 x minus 2. So this would be y minus 1 equals to minus x plus 2. So y plus x is equals to 3. This is going to be our equation of line. So this is how we can find the equation of line if 1 point or slope is given. We can do the same with 2 points. You can put any 1 point here and use the 2 points to find the slope. We are going to do this type of question. But first, let's discuss some properties of slope. So if we know a slope of an equation of line, we can also find the slope of any line that's parallel to that or of any line that's perpendicular to that. If we talk about parallel lines, so if 2 lines are parallel, the slope is always equal. If we have 2 lines that are parallel to each other, they're going to look like this. They'll have the same rise and fall. So their slope is going to be equal to each other. So whenever 2 lines are parallel, what we have is, we have same slope for the equation of line. Like if we have 2x minus y equals to 3. This is an equation of line. And there's another equation of line that is parallel to this. So the slope of this equation is going to be 2 because 2x minus 3 is y. So the coefficient of x here is 2. So the slope of this line will be 2. Slope of any line that is parallel to this line, let's take it as m2. That's going to be the same. It's also going to be 2. 2 parallel lines always have the same slope. So we'll have the same slope if 2 lines are parallel. But in case if they're perpendicular to each other, then also we can find the slope of a perpendicular line. If one line is perpendicular to the other line, then the slope is always negative reciprocal of the other. Or we can use it as a formula. Slope of the first line multiplied by slope of the second line will always be minus 1 if the lines are perpendicular to each other. So that means slope of the second line can be negative 1 upon slope of the first line. This is what we call negative reciprocal. It's going to be the reciprocal but with negative sign. So that's how we can find the slope of any line that is parallel to a given line or perpendicular to a given line. Now let's try some questions. related to these. So first question, what is the slope of a line y is equals to minus 3x plus 5? What is the slope of this line? So for this, it's already in general form y is equals to mx plus c. So x is going to, so m is going to be the coefficient of x. So slope of this line is equal to minus 3. B option is correct. Another question, which of the following equations represent a line with slope of 2 and y-intercept of minus 4? Same formula, y is equals to mx plus c. So y will be equal to slope into x, that is 2x plus y-intercept plus minus 4. So the equation of line is y equals to 2x minus 4. That is option B. Now for the next question, a line passes through the point 2, 3 and has a slope of 4. Find its equation of line. So here we'll use the formula y minus y1, that is 3, is equals to m. M is the slope, that is 4. X minus x1, x minus 2. So y minus 3 is going to be 4x minus 8. We'll change the sides. Y is equals to 4x minus 8 plus 3, that is negative 5. So y equals to 4x minus 5. B option is correct. For next question, what is the y-intercept? First, we'll have to find it in general form. So 3x minus 6 is equals to 2y. We only want y. So y will be equal to 3 upon 2x minus 6 upon 2. Minus 6 upon 2 is going to give us minus 3. So B option is correct. Now, next question. Find the slope of the line passing through this. So we can take one of these points as x1, y1. Other will be x2, y2. Slope is equal to y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. So slope will be equal to y2, that is 6 minus y1, that is 2 upon x2, that is 3 minus x1, 1. So we'll get 4 upon 2, that is equal to 2. So option B will be correct. Now for next question, which line is perpendicular to this line? This line is y is equals to half x plus 3. So the slope, it's already in general form. So slope is the coefficient of x, slope is 1 by 2. Any line that is perpendicular to this, it will have the negative reciprocal as slope. Or we can use the formula m1 into m2 is equals to minus 1. So m2 is going to be minus 1 divided by 1 by 2. So slope of the second line is basically negative 2. You can directly do this. Negative reciprocal of 1 by 2 is minus 2. So now we know the slope is negative 2. Here we have only one option where the slope is coming as negative 2. This one. Here the coefficient of x is negative. So this is the answer. Now for the next question, which of the following line is parallel to this? Again, we'll find the slope. Slope here, it's already in general form. So slope is going to be the coefficient of x. So slope is minus 3. If the slope of this line is minus 3, so slope of any line that is parallel to this is also minus 3. Now in these equations, only the C option has a line that has a slope of negative 3. So C option will be correct. Now this is an interesting question. A line has x-intercept as 4 and y-intercept as minus 2. Let me tell you what x-intercept is. So y-intercept we already know, where the equation of line cuts the y-axis. That is y-intercept. So for this case, the y-intercept is coming as negative 2. So it would be in the negative part of the y-axis. Here somewhere we'll have the point. This whole thing is coming as -2 because it's on the y-axis. So definitely x coordinate is going to be 0. So the point will be 0, -2. Now with the same logic, where the line cuts the x-axis, that is known as the x-intercept. So say this is our x-intercept, where the line is going to cut this x-axis. Because it's cutting x-axis, y-coordinate is coming as 0. And the distance where it's cutting is 4. So this point will be 4, 0. So by this we have the 2 points for an equation of line. So we can definitely find the slope. Slope is equal to y2 minus y1. I'll decide that this is y2 and x1. So this is y2. So this is going to be x2. So 0 minus y1 is -2. Minus into minus is positive. So 0 plus 2 upon this is x2, 4 minus 0. So what we get here is 2 upon 4. That will come as 1/2. So B option is correct. The slope is 1/2.